Hello, everyone. We are super excited to come to you guys live and share really where Jessica and I started with coaching. We're going to talk about where we were before we became coaches, our weight loss transformation, and then we're going to just kind of like break it down, share the nitty gritty, what we do every single day. It is more than taking selfies and posting on social media. So we're going to break that down for you. We're going to talk about the fears, misconceptions that you have with network marketing in general. And then we're going to just talk about what to expect if you become a coach. So I'm going to just kind of go right into it. I'm going to share my backstory, and then Jessica will share hers. So I am Natalie Day, for those of you who don't know me. I am 31. I always have to think of my age for some reason. I became a coach almost 3 years ago. And before I started coaching, I was very overweight. I was 214 pounds, the heaviest I've ever been. And I was in a deep depression. We are a military family currently living in England because of my husband and his job. And I struggle with emotional eating. And I was at a place in my life where, my youngest, he was 2 at the time, almost 3. And I had a lot of weight that I gained from that pregnancy. And then on top of that, with emotional eating, it just was never ending. And because of that, it was hard for me to get off the couch and do things with my family. And when you are able to experience something like traveling the world, and because of the military, we've lived all over the place. But when we came to England, I was very depressed. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to sightsee. I just wanted to sit on my couch, eat my chips and ice cream, and do nothing. And I remember one day it was so bad where I struggled to even get off the couch to make my boys lunch. I mean, I was at my bottom. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to be a mom anymore. And I always get emotional sharing this because I remember it was like yesterday. Like I struggled so hard, but I was also in denial. I just thought, this is going to be my life. It's really, just normal. A lot of people deal with this, and that's just the way it's going to be from now on. And then this opportunity came into my life, kind of like fell into my lap. I didn't go into it with the mindset of this is going to be a business for me. I didn't even know it was a business opportunity, to be honest. I just went into it thinking I need to do something to lose this weight, to be confident, to be a better mom and wife. And I didn't join right away. It's not like a lot of people, I think that us coaches, that we just join on day one. I had to put thought into it. I kept saying, I can do it on my own. I can lose the weight on my own. But I couldn't. I mean, I did everything. I did Weight Watchers. I tried the wraps. I tried other shakes even. And I just thought, okay, there's a reason this is coming to my life right now. I need to make a change, and I'm going to give this a try. I mean, what I was doing at the time obviously wasn't working. I wasn't losing weight. I was gaining weight every single day. I was depressed and not fully present for my family. So after about a month, I put some thought into it and I joined. But I joined for the discount because I'm a military wife, and military, you get a discount. Awesome. On top of the added discount already. And I just thought, okay, I'm going all in. I'm doing this no matter what. I'm going to do the workouts. I'm going to do the meal plan. I'm going to stick to everything. And I joined with the 21-day fix, and I drank my superfoods every single day. And in 3 weeks, I lost 14 pounds and 10 inches. And I was like, okay, like I need to tell everyone and their mom this. This is amazing. I could tell a difference, not just, in my clothes, but with my confidence. And I felt like I was even standing taller. Like I was proud of my accomplishments, and I was proud that I was sticking to it and I was seeing the changes. So I decided, okay, I need to pay it forward. I need to help as many people as I can. And I have lost, from 3 years ago to now, 55 pounds. I've been able to maintain it. I mean, yes, life happens, holiday happens, everything. But this program and this community supports me and helps me get right back up rather than waiting another month, waiting another year when I do kind of fall, off track. I don't have to wait. I know that I have the tools in place. I know that I have my support system, my coaches, challengers, my success partner, and so many other coaches that I met throughout this journey to help me get back up. So I am 55 pounds lighter now. I still struggle with anxiety, but I now know how to deal with it. I now feel like I'm more present for my children, and I have more energy to be a better mom and be that mom who I always wanted to be, like at the park and playing with them and just doing like little things that you think aren't that big, but they, add up to the big things. So that's kind of just a little bit about me. Again, like I mentioned my children, but I don't think I said, like, I have 2 boys, 8 and a 5-year-old. And my husband, we've been married for almost 11 years. So there's my backstory. I'm going to hand it over to Jessica, and she's going to share a little bit about herself.
Oh, I love to hear Natalie's story. I never get tired of hearing it. So you will probably in my story hear a lot of similarities with Natalie. Even though we're 2 different people, it's a story that you're probably going to recognize yourself in a little bit, because we've all been somewhere in this story. If you're here, it's because you've felt this this feeling. So I am 38. I will be 39 in April. And I have an almost 19-year-old and an almost 8-year-old, so 7 and 18. So if you do the math, I had my daughter when I was 19. And I struggle with emotional eating too. And the thing that's different, like the thing that I realized about my emotional eating is it wasn't like, even though my story with Beachbody started 3 years ago, my emotional eating goes way, 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 way back. And I realize now I remember it even from being a kid, like a young kid, and dealing with like dysfunctional family life and all of that. That I was emotional eating then. The difference between then and 3 years ago, it's just my metabolism. So as we get a little older, it gets a little harder to keep the weight off. Women have, bone loss, muscle loss. Like we really have to do a lot of things. Not a lot of things. We just have to do simple things to actually take care of ourselves. And it's not just like my diet at 19 consisted of like potato chips and Mountain Dew, and I didn't gain any weight, right? And I just thought that's the way it was always going to be. So after I had my daughter, and with her, I gained 54 pounds. And I'm not going to tell you a whole 20-year story, but here's the gist of it. I had her. I was nursing. Everybody says, when you breastfeed, the weight will fall off. It did not. My weight actually like ballooned beyond what it was when I gave birth to her. And I did have some periods of time between then and 3 years ago where I would lose the weight, gain the weight, lose the weight, gain the weight, lose the weight. I never did get back to where I really wanted to be. But what was happening, I tried lots of different things. I tried so many gym memberships, and you get locked into those contracts, and it was like you have to sell your child in order to like get out of your contract. Like they just do not want to let you out. And so I wasted so much money. Because as a busy mom, I did not have time to go to the gym. I just did not. And I didn't want to leave my kid in childcare with like some person that I didn't know or knew for 5 minutes, right? I was just too anxious of a mom for that. Like no one's ever watched my kids except family. So fast forward to being for 3 years ago, my son was 4. I was fortunate that I was doing medical transcription, so I was able to do that from home. Now, one thing is like people ask me about it all the time. I get asked more about medical transcription than coaching. And here's the thing. It's a dying business. So I was having a lot of depression because hospitals, physicians are going to medical records. They're doing it themselves and they're not hiring people like me to do it. So I was making half what I had been making the year before. So my depression and my anxiety, I'm home with my kid. My husband's at work all day. My job that was letting me stay home was dying. And I'm thinking, what the heck am I going to do? I need to make money. And I was just, instead of dealing with it, I was eating my feelings. I was making probably at least 2 trips to fast food places a day. I was hiding the bags in the trash outside or even throwing them away in the parking lot at the place, like eating it in the car and then throwing it away. Not because like my husband never would have said anything, right? But for me, it was like if I throw it away in my house, I have to deal with it. Like it's a real thing. I can pretend it's not real if I just, put it outside, then I can't see and deal with that problem. So, I was ballooning. I had reached my highest weight. I felt awful. I had no energy. My kid is like the Energizer bunny. Like he hates sleep. He's go, go, go all day long. And I felt like crap. Couldn't keep up with him. Would lay on the couch and he'd destroy the house. And I was depressed and I was anxious and I was miserable. And my husband and I were fighting. And I was mad at him for things that weren't even, like he had no control over my job or my weight or any of that. But I just wasn't taking ownership and responsibility. And it was getting to a point where I was like, I'm either going to give up and I'm just going to let my weight be what it is. If I reach 400 pounds, that's what it's going to be. Because I just was like, I'm tired of trying. It's too much energy. I can't do it. It's impossible to lose weight. There's no way. And that's the point I was at, the lowest low, not wanting to get out of bed, napping constantly. My house was a wreck. And besides the mounting pressure of where was I going to make an income, right? So along came a friend who invited me to join her fitness accountability group. And I had a workout program. I had this awesome shake. And I was skeptical. I'm going to be honest, because I tried all those things, right? I tried everything and it was expensive and I was throwing my money at crap that was like not working, but it wasn't working because I either didn't want it bad enough or I just didn't have the support that I needed, right? So immediately I noticed a difference when I was plugged into this group of people who were just like me. They were struggling just like me and they were busy just like me and they felt like crap and they were depressed, but they'd made a decision to try this, right? Because I'd gotten to the point where I was like, okay, this is my last try. This is it. I'm going to try this or I'm going to give up. And when you had kids, you just can't give up. Right? You gotta figure out how to do it. And so I was like, okay, this is my last thing. So in 2 months, I joined in November of 2014. In 2 months, I lost 22 pounds. So if you see, I lost that weight between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And what was amazing to me is I still was like able to enjoy Thanksgiving meal, Christmas meal. Like I had, the occasional, but I wasn't overdoing it anymore. I wasn't like when you're an emotional eater, food doesn't even really taste good. It's just something says to you, this is going to make me feel better, and it doesn't. And then you're just actually not really enjoying it. So 22 pounds, and that was the start. And I wasn't smart enough to sign up with the discount like Natalie was, because I was all like, don't give me your discount. I don't need it. This probably isn't going to work anyway. I was Miss Negativity, right? So I didn't sign up with a discount to begin with. 2 months after I started, lost 22 pounds, people started asking me what I was doing. because they could tell not only did my clothes fit better and my face was trimmer, but I was lighter. I felt happier. I was smiling more. I was playing with my kids more. I was actually like enjoying my life. My husband was like, it looks like you had like this rain cloud over your head and it's like it disappeared. Like it lifted up. So I asked my coach, hey, these people want to sign up. She said, well, why don't you do coaching? And I thought, what? Me? I'm not, like, who am I, right? And so we talked, and she's like, first of all, you get a discount. Not enough, because I loved the programs, and I loved the shake, and I was like, it's made such a huge difference for me. So that alone was enough. Then I realized that why would I not share this with the people that I care about? Like, why would I not want them to have what I have? Because I saw them all struggling the same things I was struggling with, and trying the gym and trying running and, trying all these things and trying the starvation diets and trying all this crap. And it was like, okay, I can do that. Invited a couple friends, they joined me, and now 3 years later, here I still am. And I'll tell you, coaching is what keeps me in it for myself. Because even though, yes, I'm giving to other people, like, they're inspiring me. I hope I'm inspiring them as much as they do for me. But waking up to women saying to me, thank you, you changed my life. And then I get to remind them that they changed their own life. And all I did was just give them the tools, the same tools that were given to me. That's amazing. I can't ask for anything better. And it keeps me going. Because like Natalie said, sure, I fall off track. I fall into depression. I have to pull myself back up. But I'm not alone anymore. I'm not alone in it because people are checking on me. People are going, hey, are you okay over there? Natalie doesn't hear from me. She's like, hey, girl, you all right over there? And it reminds me that like people do care. So I'll talk about the community later, but that's really my story. Is I just went from feeling alone, eating my feelings, to now actually enjoy food so much more than I ever did before. Like, people think that I'm over here eating rabbit food. That's not true. But I actually enjoy my food, and my body likes it better too, because I'm not filling it full of crap. So not to say I don't ever like eat the pizza or the donut, but food, I have a better relationship with food than I ever did before. And I just have to credit that to my journey with Beachbody, because it totally taught me how to make it a lifestyle, how to find my joy again. And so that's that. So here I am 3 years later, still hanging on, still doing it, and can't wait to see what the future holds too. I'll still be here. All right. So I think Natalie is going to share with you what it is that we do every day.
Yes. All right. I love that. Okay. So I was crying listening to your story, Jess. And I just want to say, like, I wouldn't know Jessica. Now I'm going to cry again. I'm such an emotional mess. But honestly, like, I wouldn't know Jessica. She lives in Kentucky. I live in England. Like, when would we have met ever before? And now we talk daily. We talk about not just the business, but like what's going on in our lives. I mean, there's a friendship there that's there forever. So, okay, bring it back down. All right. So now we kind of shared where we started before coaching. And now I want to talk about what we do. Like, since we became coaches a couple years ago, what we do every single day. And I will first start by saying it's not magic. It's not, you have to be a certain weight, a certain person, a certain personality to do this. If you have the passion to help others, let me back that up. If you have the passion to help yourself first, that's all that matters, because your journey is how you start coaching. That's how you inspire others to join you on this journey with you. But we do have certain things that we do every day to make this a business. Number one, the most important thing is practicing what we preach. So we are a health and fitness company. So if we are not doing the workouts, if we're not drinking our superfoods and, following a meal plan, or at least, working on our nutrition, it does not matter that you don't have to be perfect by any means. We're still human. It's not like you become a coach and you can never have a donut again. You can never have tacos again. You can't have pizza again. It's not like that at all. The whole purpose of practicing what you preach is just trying to be better, trying to eat healthier for your body and for your health so that you are happier. Because honestly, food is the culprit to either disease. It's going to cause you to, end up with like diabetes or, and I don't want to say all diabetes. Hannah can talk to you about that. She's the coach on our team. But it will cause diseases, or it can, help you gain the energy to be an active mom, to go to the park, to play with your kids, to not be concerned about your health because you're taking care of yourself. So practicing what you preach by doing the workouts, by drinking superfoods, and by trying to work on your nutrition daily. Jessica and I talked about how we are emotional eaters. So there are times where we can give into that emotional side. But like we said, we have the support and the tools now to reel it back in and to get right back up. Number 2, personal development. And I will be honest with you and say, when I first started coaching, I was like, I don't have time to read a book. I don't have time to change the laundry and do dishes and run a business. But it is honestly the most, I would say, if not up there with practicing what you preach, it is, it's just really vital to growing as a person. This business isn't just about your physical features. It's not about just losing 10 pounds and that's it. It's about mentally growing. It's about changing your mindset. 3 years ago, I was in such a bad place that I wouldn't blame if no one wanted to be around me because I was negative. I just thought the worst for everything. I thought, woe was me. Of course this is going to happen to me. Even little things like, oh my gosh, it's raining outside. It would just totally ruin my day. Once I started to read personal development, started to listen to just people who have that experience and who can share their wealth with you, that's when I really started to see the change. So we always recommend, reading. It doesn't mean you have to read a book a day. We understand you're still, raising a family and you might be working a full-time job outside of this, but at least 10 to 15 minutes a day reading or listening to a podcast. We have a national wake-up call every week where top trainers come on and just share their experiences. So you have a lot of resources to go to. Number 3 is inviting to your journey, whether it's doing what we're doing, a webinar, a sneak peek, if you're inviting to your accountability groups online, just inviting, opening, your doors. It's kind of like Target saying, if they don't have their doors open, obviously no one's going to come in. So are your doors open? Are you talking to people about your business? This is social media business. So if you're not talking to people, they're not just going to throw themselves at you. You need to be, on top of it every single day, reaching out to people, maybe through Messenger or people who comment on your post and say, wow, you look amazing. Simple things like that. And if you're doing it consistently, you're going to build an amazing business. And then number 4 is just acknowledging your coaches and customers. Maybe you noticed one of your customers, she was struggling at the beginning of her workout. And on week 3, she kept going. She lost 5 pounds. She looked just like she was glowing. So you recognize that and you give her a shout out. So things like that, just to build our community and to let like your coaches and customers know that you're proud of them, because this is not an easy thing. It's not, I really believe like the hardest part is starting. The hardest part is saying, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to make the commitment, and then sharing that with others. So that's seriously what we do every single day. It's all about consistency. And I know my coaches are probably so sick of me saying that, but that's seriously the magic of this. It's just doing it every single day, sharing the good, the bad, the ugly. You don't have to share your highlight reel. If you do struggle with anxiety, depression, maybe you had an eating disorder, just things going on in your life, that's how you connect with other people. And that is how people follow your journey, continue following you, and, just want more because they connect with you. So that's what we do every day. We practice what we preach. We grow our mind. We work on our mindset and developing, because sometimes you do have to have tougher skin because people don't see what we see. The outside world, they may see, and we're going to talk about that, like the fears and misconceptions, but they don't see like how maybe working out every single day and having our superfoods, how that's changing your life. But I mean, Jessica and I are proof that it really can change your life. So that's all we do every single day. And then, we'll talk about a little bit later on, like the schedule that you can create on your own, and a little bit more detail with that. But now Jessica is going to talk about fears and misconceptions. So take it away, Jessica.
Okay, so right about now, you're thinking of all the reasons that you can't do this. You're sitting there thinking, okay, that's great for her. Yay, her. But I can't do this because I'm not her, right? Remember that Natalie and I have been doing it for 3 years. 3 years ago, I wasn't hosting a webinar. So don't think that like you have to jump in and on week 1, you've got to be like all in, right? You gotta be hosting webinars and running websites, and you don't have to do any of that stuff. So, okay, so the top misconception is I'm not fit. And a lot of people say, I want to wait until I have this awesome transformation and then maybe I'll coach. Here's what I'm going to say. People join me. People relate to me because I'm just who I am. I'm just a mom trying to take care of myself. I do not love fitness. I don't love exercising. I do not go, yay, I get to exercise. No, I don't hate it anymore. It's just a part of my life and it's a habit, but I'm not like jumping out of bed, like jumping up and down, like woohoo. I do it because it's good for me and because I feel amazing when I do it. And I can see my muscles that I hadn't have, and I'm getting stronger, and I'm just overall feeling better, and my pants fit better, right? So that's always a plus. But I didn't start super fit, and I'm still not exactly where I want to be. So people will join you, even if it's your very first day ever pressing play, people will join you just because they're inspired by the fact that you stopped giving excuses and you started doing something, and they are going to want that too. So you don't have to be super fit to start coaching. Just invite a friend, another friend, your mom, your sister, whatever, and say, hey, do this with me, because it's always more fun with friends, right? So you don't have to be super fit. There are some really fit, successful coaches. There's also some really successful coaches who are not like bikini models. They're just regular people sharing what works for them and sharing how it's completely changed their life inside and out. So, number 2, you don't have time, right? Like Natalie said, I don't have time to do my laundry or barely fix dinner, and my kids are running around like crazy monkeys, and I'm like, maybe you have a full-time job. So you're thinking you don't have time. There are coaches on our team who are working 10, 12-hour shifts who are still making this work. Yes, I work my business probably 4 to 6 hours a day, but that's because it's my main source of income. So you decide, the beauty of this is that you decide how much time you have to give it every day. Then you focus on that time. You do the things Natalie said. Believe me, you can get that done in an hour and a half if you really focus in and you just knock it out. I have a coach on my team. She works full time. She does a little bit in the morning. She does a little bit on our lunch break, and she does a little bit at night. That's how she works her business. It works in her schedule around her time. You're your own boss. You don't have to ask anybody for time off. You don't have to ask anybody if you can, you just do it when it works for you. Even if you sign up with me or you sign up with Natalie, we aren't telling you you have to work from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You work whatever hours works for you. There's times when my kids at basketball practice, I'm getting some work done because why? He doesn't need me. I'm not his coach, right? So I can send some messages. I can check in with my clients. That's 30 minutes that I can use that I was just spending sitting outside a gym, listening to the radio, twiddling my thumbs. So time. Then the other one is you don't have a social media background. And no way in heck am I ever going to post my pictures on social media. No way, no way. First of all, never going to force you to post your pictures. You're going to want to post those pictures because you're going to get an awesome transformation and you're going to be like, heck yeah, look at me. But until then, we have lots of transformations that you can share. Any coach in our team will let you share their transformation. And the social media thing, I don't have a marketing background. I was just a mom scrolling Facebook, posting crap probably nobody cared about but me, throwing my kids in everybody's faces, whatever. It's my social media. But that's what I was doing. I wasn't like some media guru who came into this this is what you do to market yourself on social media. I learned that through trainings, which we're going to talk about a little later, but we provide you all of that to help you learn how to put it out there on social media. So it's not salesy. It's not, here in your face. It's just you sharing your life and how it's fitting into your life. That's all it is. Just like you would share, everybody's all about the Instant Pot, right? Just how you would share, I made this awesome recipe in my Instant Pot. You wouldn't think anything of sharing that on social media because it's something that's this is delicious. My family loved it. It took 30 minutes. Yay. You would share that and not think anything of it. It's the same way with the rest of it. So that just takes time and habit. And like Natalie said, consistency. And then your fears start to go away because you get a whole lot more yay, go you, than the doubters and the negativity. So that leads me into not a salesperson. So again, Natalie mentioned Target. If you found some awesome thing at Target, or you're always finding crazy deals at Target, my mom friends are like a walking Target billboard, right? They're all Target, 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 Target. Is Target paying them? Nope. They're not getting a penny from promoting Target. Whereas when we share what we're doing that's working for us, you're going to earn an income from that, which again, Natalie will share that part later. So, you don't have to be a salesperson. You're just sharing. You're not a salesperson for Target. You're just a mom sharing what you love. The things, everybody was all about the leggings and all about the, like I said, the Instant Pot. You're not getting anything from that. You're not selling for them. You're just sharing. It's the same way with us. We're just sharing. Then people are signing up with us. We earn an income. You're not like the greasy car salesman, right? That people want to run from you. That's not what we do. And I hope no one on here is a car salesperson. But they freak me out. Nothing freaks me out more than car shopping, right? Because I'm we don't do that. We don't freak people out. I hope. That's not how we train you to do it anyway. Okay, that you have to be perfect. Not perfect. I will share when I eat the juicy burger. I will share that I overslept and missed my workout time. And now, I'm going to work out at 9 o'clock at night, even though I hate working out at night. I will share that I might have missed a workout, or that I got in my own head, or that my anxiety's flaring up, or that I'm not fighting with my husband. I don't share, but I mean, hello, we all do that. I will share that, like, I am like feeling like a crappy mom today because I forgot to, send the check for the field trip for my kid, or whatever it is that I do. I'm just sharing who I am, and people relate to that a whole lot more than if I was like, I am always perfect and I do everything right. Nobody wants to hear that crap. Really? Because I know I would be like, scroll, right? I don't want to hear that. So you do not have to be perfect. If you fall, that's okay. The point is sharing for people how, even in your imperfections, your goal is just still to try to be the best you possible, and that you realize that sometimes you're going to falter, and giving yourself grace and helping other people to give themselves grace when they aren't perfect too, and to realize that anybody can do this. And lastly, and this is the one that we get a lot because everyone thinks that all multi-level marketing is a pyramid scheme. First of all, pyramid schemes are illegal. So, and I think the Federal Trade Commission's pretty on top of things. Beachbody would not have been allowed to exist for as long as it has if we were a pyramid scheme. They would have been shut down years ago when that was all going on. So here's why. Because with a pyramid scheme, often people are selling like the membership, right? But you're not actually getting like something for what you're signing up for. With this, we're giving people a fitness program that they can use, a shake that they can use. We're giving them a community of support for life. My coaching's for life. They sign up with me one time. I'm for life, their coach. The support, the community, the atmosphere, they get all of that. So, and the other thing is that with pyramid schemes, it's all about when you get in, right? It's all about whoever gets in first makes the most money. So people look at it and go, gosh, I'm getting in 6 years later. I can never be as successful as the person who got in 6 years ago. Here's why that's not true with Beachbody. There are coaches who started last year that are top coaches. There are coaches who started 6 years ago that are not top coaches. And there's a mix in between. It's not about when you got in. It's about working. It's about how hard you work, how hard you wanted it. Were you willing to share? Were you willing to take care of yourself and your own health and make that a priority? Because ultimately, that's what people want to see. They want to see that you're willing to make your own health a priority, to make that fit in your own life. So with a pyramid scheme, top makes all the money. It depends on when you get in. With us, it's not like that. I can make more money than the person who joined before me. I can make more money than the person who joined 6 years ago. It's not dependent on anyone else. Your success is your own. No one else determines it for you. So if you're thinking, this is just going to be something that's going to take all my money, it has given me back way more than I've ever spent on it. Honestly, it's the best purchase that I've ever made in my life, because it's completely changed my life. And my purchase got me this whole community, and it got me my health and my fitness. And so I could go on and on about that, but that's the one that people seem to want to throw out there the most, that all multi-level marketing. And I'm not saying there's a lot of multi-level marketing companies out there. They are not pyramids, that are not pyramid schemes. However, I feel like our compensation plan, what you get for the work that you put in, is the best. So, and the fact that it's completely life-changing. So there's nothing else out there. There's no other product out there that has ever changed my life the way that this program has. So that's why, for me, it's the only way to go. All right. So Natalie is going to share with you how we create a team. Your turn.
Okay, so really creating a team, honestly, it's everything that we've shared so far. through your vital behaviors, through showing up for your journey every single day, and then connecting with those people who follow you, whether they're commenting on your posts or they are reaching out to you through private messaging. I will say a huge thing that we do, train our coaches to do is follow-ups. Because like I said at the beginning, for my story, I didn't start on day one. Like when someone reached out to me, when my coach reached out to me, I didn't say, okay, sign me up. I thought about it. I had to kind of research. I had to bring myself to that point of, yes, I need this in my life. And then I joined a month later. But if that person didn't follow up with me, if they didn't continue that connection and that relationship, then either, I would have gone with someone else or I would have just done something completely different. So building your team is all about just those connections that you have with people, and not just about joining your business or your team, but those real connections. Maybe you connect with them because they're, I'm a boy mom, I have 2 boys. Maybe you connect with them because they're a dog mom and you're a dog mom. I mean, there's different things that everyone connects to. And when you have that connection, that's when someone has that trust with you and feels like, okay, I need to start this journey and I want to start it with her. So really creating a team, it's through the follow-ups, it's through doing your vital behaviors, reaching out to people, connecting on a deeper level, more than just saying, do you want to lose 10 pounds? It's about, especially if they want to do this business with you, it's not just about them joining you for one accountability group and that's that. They're going to be with you for a lifetime, especially if they want to do this business. So we also, Jessica's going to talk a little bit about the training, but we kind of like enroll you in a new coach basics training. We have weekly calls in our team. So you're not going to go without all the resources. It's not like you join and you're left to fend for yourself. I will say, we're not going to hold your hand. We're not going to force you to work. We're not going to force you to even do your workouts. That is all up to you. But you do have that support system backing you up 110%. We're always here to encourage you. We're always here to, lift you back up when you're having a rough day. And that's where you're going to find it in our team pages, our accountability groups, when we go on trips, which we're going to talk about that. But that's really how that team atmosphere comes about. It's just being consistent, showing up for yourself before anything else, and then sharing about that and connecting. That's pretty much it. Okay, Jessica is going to talk about community, which is kind of, we've talked about that, but.
Yeah, I will, although community is something I could talk about all day because it's literally my favorite part of all of this, the fitness and the business side, the community is what it's like your foundation. It is what is there when everything else might feel like it's falling apart in your life. There are people on my team and my clients that have gone through divorce. They have, while they've been on this journey with me, they have had miscarriages. They have had loss of, parents and siblings. They have lost jobs. They have had all this normal struggles that a lot of us have been through at some point. And what helps them get through is the community, because we are in it, yes, to lose weight for ourselves. But what happens is that we bond with these other people who are just like us, that are going through all these things. And when I say just like us, we're all different, right? But just like us in that they struggle. And this isn't necessarily like a walk in the park. Like making ourselves, carving out that time to make your health priority is not always easy. But when you see other people doing it and they're going through tough things, it helps lift you up. And again, like Natalie mentioned, I wouldn't know her if it were not for coaching. And she is one of my very best friends. I talk to her more than I talk to my mom. So, maybe more than I talk to my husband, and I live with him. No, I'm kidding. But I do talk to her daily, and we do share more than just business stuff. The other thing is, you are not in competition with other coaches. You're in competition with yourself. So that's the awesome thing, is our team works together to share. If somebody's like, this is working really well for me, they share it. They don't need to keep it to themselves for fear that someone might come in and steal all their customers. It's not that kind of business. It's very much like, here's what's working. See if you can make this work for you in your own way. We have top coaches in the network who share all the time what's working. Sure, they're super successful. They don't have to give us their time. They don't have to do that. They could keep their secrets to themselves. There's no secrets. But they can keep all of what's working for them to themselves. They don't. They share, because our ultimate goal, and the goal of Beachbody, is to help people live more fulfilling lives. I think that's in the mission statement, actually. Healthy and fulfilling lives. That is the point. And we're all working together to do that, to overcome this, tendency towards obesity and disease. Natalie mentioned that there are so many things that occur because of our poor choices with our health. So as a community, we're working together to fight against that, to just make a little bit of difference in our own little piece of the world, right? Because that's how you change the world. You change the world by changing your little corner of it and trying to positively affect that. So the community is the best part. It's the part I love the most. I love talking to my challengers. I love talking to other coaches because they keep me positive. They keep me believing. And there isn't that, like I said, it's teamwork. Even though their success doesn't affect me, my success doesn't affect them in any way, it's still, we're a team. And we're in this mission together. And that's why we're working together. And there's really nothing more awesome than that. So if you like that kind of support, then this is really right for you. So that's all I want to say. I could say more, but I'll just keep it short.
I love that. Yes, I totally agree with everything that Jessica just said. So now I want to talk about the rewards that you receive. I mean, honestly, the best reward that you're giving yourself is your health and fitness and making yourself a priority. But on top of that, Beachbody rewards you every single month, not like every couple months, every single month when you are helping other people. And the minimum is helping 3 other people. You join this business to help yourself, but then to pay it forward. So if you're already doing that and then you get rewarded for it on top of it, like, that's crazy. I know not a lot of businesses do that, where they're going to reward you like this cool hat that we got. And we've been rewarded with workout mats, with, oh my gosh, with a backpack that I still use when I'm traveling. We get rewarded with different webinars. Like for this month, we're going to be able to listen in on, and I'm actually reading this book, which is kind of funny. Mel Robbins, the author of the 5-Second Rule. So, I mean, that's like a private webinar where we will be able to listen to like top secrets and just her story and everything. So every single month, when you reach your goals that you should be doing anyway to grow your business, you're earning just gifts. Oh, we also got like bobbleheads. So this little guy I have on my desk, yeah, Jessica has one. And I know not everyone thinks like gifts or prizes or whatever doesn't mean a lot to them, but just to know that your company is thinking about you and just rewarding your hard work, because I know a lot of businesses don't do that. So there's the reward every single month. And then what's really cool is the Success Club trip every single year. So Jessica and I went on it last year. Jessica went with her husband, and I took my whole family, and we went to the Dominican Republic. We stayed at a Hard Rock. And let's just say, like, when we got there, like we were treated like royalty. Like as soon as you walked into the resort, they gave us like roses and they took our luggage. And I've never really had that experience before. I've never, we struggled 3 years ago. It was like paycheck to 2 weeks before paycheck. And, I didn't ever think that I would have this opportunity to, and I get emotional every single time I talk about this because that was honestly our first family vacation. And to know, like, I earned that just by helping other women change their lives, like, that is enough for me to just keep going every single day and to just keep paying it forward to other women, because it's amazing to experience that, but I want so many other people to experience the same thing. Okay, bring it back down again. And my coaches know too, like, I'm a crier. I cry for everything. So the Success Club trip, we have what's called Success Club, where you are reaching certain goals every month, but it does not mean that if you don't reach that goal, like, you're kicked out of the business. And that's also why I love it, because this is totally up to you. You decide where you want your business to go. You decide if you want it to be part-time, full-time, you're all in. This is your main business. You're a hobby coach. Whatever you want out of it, it's up to you. But just know that you will be rewarded with these trips and gifts. But it was amazing knowing that, I am able to bring my family to something like that. And then it's all inclusive. So we were walking around the resort and like picking up drinks and food and just like, it was pretty cool because you don't have to pay for it because it's all inclusive. And just knowing like I earned that for helping someone else change their life. So that is what you get every single year. You can earn a trip. And we go into detail with exactly what you have to do, but just it's helping other people. That's really where it starts. I think that's it. I mean, I could go on and on about the trip, but we don't want to take all your night. So now Jessica is going to talk about just training and, what we do as coaches.
Yeah, we both got to swim with dolphins. So we totally that was, part of the package. So it was an amazing experience. Okay, so training and what we do there. So there is no shortage of training. If there's something when you get in, you're like, I don't know how to do this. Maybe you aren't even you don't really even know how to use Instagram. You've just never done it. There's trainings on that. You don't know, how do I start a conversation with somebody about this, right? Because I don't want to be word vomit all over them. How do I start that? We'll even, teach you how to do that. There's trainings on how to make your pictures look nice. I mean, it is anything that you want to know how to do, it's available to you in some way, shape, or form. And we as your coaches can help you find that. We also are really fortunate to be on an amazing team. Our team has, we collaborate together. We have 2 coaches on our team who are the top 10 of the company twice. So, they know what it takes to be that. If that were your goal, they can teach you how to get there. And just the knowledge that they share. And then, just all the coaches on our team have something unique about them because we're all unique people, right? And so we each share our gifts. What is it that you're really good at? You will find that there's things that you're really good at that people are going to want to know that too on the team. So the training, there's no shortage of that. We will teach you how to start from day one. Like Natalie said, we're not going to hold your hand. I'm not a hand holder. I'm a do this if you want to be successful. And then you choose. It's just like your workout. Here's your workout. You press play or not. I'm not going to come to your house and press play for you. You're going to do it yourself, right? It's the same way with the business training. We also have this awesome event every year called Summit, and it's in the summer. And let's see, I've been to every one. since I've been a coach. You actually, if you hit that minimum goal for the first 3 months you start, the 3 people a month that you help, and that's not that hard, right? 3 people. If you help 3 people a month from when you start, you win a free ticket to that. So that's pretty cool. That's called Success Starters. So I haven't missed a summit yet. The first one was in Nashville, and then I went to Nashville again. We were in New Orleans last year, which was incredible. That was like totally an excuse for me to visit, like this awesome city I'd always wanted to go to. And this year it's in Indianapolis, and I'm so excited because it's only like 3 hours for me. Yay! And Indianapolis is a really fun town. So what happens there? Beachbody brings in top speakers. I mean, national, worldwide speakers that come and they share with us. They aren't all Beachbody coaches. We do hear from Beachbody coaches, but some of these are like amazing speakers, right? Or inspirational stories. What was really the awesome thing for me at Summit was to look around the room and see all the different backgrounds, all the different, ethnic backgrounds, nationalities, languages people were speaking, right? Because this year we added the UK. Prior to that, it was Canada and the US only. So now we do have the UK. But we have all these people just with all these different backgrounds, different sizes and shapes, men, women, young. We have coaches who are like in their 60s and 70s. Like this is for anybody. It's incredible. That for me was like all of these lives that have been changed. And so to connect with people, I've met people that they aren't on my team. I might not have even met them, but going to Summit, I was able to meet them. And just being inspired to continue to change my own life and to continue to reach out to other people. Yes, for the fitness, but also to see these people who've left their full-time jobs to do coaching full-time. That doesn't have to be your goal or your dream, but it is a possibility if you work hard for that and if that is your goal. So to see that and people becoming out of debt. One of the coaches paid off $200,000 of debt in like 2 years. That's amazing. And that's just with Beachbody income. So it really there's no limit on what we can accomplish. So that training is incredible and just a great place to connect. And again, the community. So, all right, Natalie is going to talk about how we earn an income, which you might be curious to know.
I know you probably all are like thinking, okay, so let us know, how can we start making money? How do we, not just help others, but help ourselves and our families? And this is really how. It's simple. So when you join, you can start earning money, on day one. You can start earning a paycheck day one. When you join the team, you are given a website, your own Team Beachbody website, and anyone who you send to your website, they could buy a workout, they could purchase cute shirts. I love clothes. So, we have clothes on there. We have the performance line to help with your workouts. We have even equipment on there. So anything that someone purchases, you get a 25% commission. So right off the bat, you could have a sister who's like, okay, you joined, I'm ready to join with you. And you get a 25% commission from them joining and you guys doing this together. And then to really grow your team, we have what's called a team cycle bonus. And we're going to get into kind of the nitty gritty. We don't have enough time for all of that right now, but just know that with the team cycle bonus, you can earn, part-time, full-time, eventually 6-figure business. You can be a part of the Millionaires Club. And I feel like even today when I say it, like it's crazy because it's totally possible. I hung out with our top coach in the UK a couple months back, and she's $1 million earner. And she's just like you and me. It's just, she's consistent. She kept with it. It's not like she made $1 million overnight, guys. Like, I don't want you to get the wrong impression thinking you're joining today and you're like, okay, where's my $1 million? I helped one person. It's not like that. And honestly, if you find a business that's like that, run. But with this, by building your team consistently every single day and doing the vital behaviors, you can eventually be a part of that millionaire club. And you earn leads, which is what Beachbody gives us for reaching our goals. You can earn commission from that. Success Club, which is, we'll also break that down. We do all this in the training when you first get started as a coach. So don't think you join and you're like, get overwhelmed because you don't know anything about it. We have one-on-one calls with you. We do the weekly new coach training. So you're going to receive all the resources to really learn the breakdown of earning an income. But just to get you started, you earn a 25% commission off anything someone buys on your website, and the Team Cycle bonus that grows over time. And you accumulate volume through helping your coaches and customers. And then that's how you can earn a full-time income. So now Jess is going to talk about really who we're looking for to join us on this journey.
Really, we're looking for anyone who is motivated to, one, get healthy yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be successful with the business, because ultimately you are the product of the product. You are your example of what it can do, right? And that's what people are looking for. People are looking for someone who's relatable, that they know. So you don't have to be an extrovert. Like some of our top coaches are very introverted people. They are not the people, out there like, woo, that is not them. That is almost why this business is awesome for introverts, because it's done on your computer. You can send the messages, you can talk to people on your own time through your computer. You're not having to be out there in the public, talking to a big room full of people, right? You do not have to have a fitness background. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't know anything about fitness, how to use the equipment, I didn't either. I would go to the gym and stare at all the stuff and think, I don't know how to use any of this. So I'd end up on the treadmill. Ugh, right? I wasn't getting a very good workout, and that was just boring. So you don't have to have a fitness background. Although if you do have one, that's just an added bonus for you. So we're looking for you too. You don't have to have a nutrition background. I don't have a nutrition background. What I share is what works for me and my family, how I get my kids to eat healthy foods. You have picky eaters, things like that, where I'm like, is your kid a picky eater? This is what I've done to help my kid at least get in those veggies, fruits, things. I don't want their life to be a struggle like mine was, right? So if you do have a fitness or nutrition background, that's again a bonus, but it's not necessary in order to be a coach, because you're really just sharing. Beachbody provides us the tools. They have the top trainers creating the workouts. And as the workout's going, if you've never done one before, they are like, here is what you do. Here is how you do the movement. As you're doing the movement, they're correcting your form. Pull your shoulders back. Things like that I have learned so much more about proper form than I ever knew before, or that I ever was going to learn in a gym on my own. So Beachbody provides that. They also provide us, they have nutritionists who provide us, they lay out the meal plans for us. They're all a little bit different based on our goals and our size and our starting point, right? But they give that to us and they say, this is what works. And we follow that. And maybe you have to tweak a little bit. You're not going to have to eat foods that you don't like. People ask me all the time, I hate fish. Then don't freaking eat fish, right? There's lots of other foods you can eat that are healthy besides fish. So they provide the tools. We're just taking those tools, and then handing it to people and saying, here, use this. And then we are providing the support. And also they may have questions. We can get that from other coaches on our team, other people who've used it. Any question that they ask, you don't have to know the answer right away. You can say, I'll get back to you. find out the answer and go back to them, because again, the tools are provided. Natalie and I like to have fun. So it doesn't have to be any particular kind of fun. You just kind of, for me, I'm looking for somebody who doesn't take yourself too seriously, that you're willing to just fail and laugh and go, well, that didn't work, and then move forward, right? Being willing to just know that you're not perfect, that you don't know everything from the beginning. I don't know everything even now. And just saying, I'm going to figure this out because I want this to work for me. People who are willing to, put in the work. And that's, again, going to be based on what your goals are. So we will work with you. What's your goal? Here's what you need to do. Somebody who's willing to say, okay, now I'm going to go do it. I'm not a hand holder. So, but I do make myself available for questions. I know Natalie does too. I make myself available for questions, guidance, support, cheerleading. I can do that, but I can't do the work for you. So you do have to be somebody who's willing to do that yourself. And what else? What else are we looking for, Natalie? Did I name it all? Fun. I mean, for me, a bonus is if you like tacos, but you don't have to like tacos.
For me, it's if you like donuts and dance parties.
Okay, dance parties. I just had a dance party on my IG earlier, so that's why Natalie and I work. But you don't have to like dance parties. No. That's a bonus. You don't have to be a mom. You don't have to be this age or that age. We don't care about any of that crap. You don't have to be a certain size. You just bring yourself to the table. We're pretty much just looking for anyone who's willing to take care of yourself and then share that with others, who has a heart for giving more than you're worried about what you're going to receive back from it. And you will receive a lot back from it. You will. Just in like positivity. That in itself is just one of the things. But you just have to be willing to share that. Just willing to give to others and love yourself first, because ultimately you're teaching other people how to do that also. That's it. We're looking for anybody, really.
Yes, I love that. We're just looking for, honestly, people who are like us. Like, we're just like everyone else. Like we said, we like tacos and donuts and dancing. I like tequila, and I just want to work on being the best of me every single day, but that doesn't mean that I'm a completely different person. I'm still, that foundation is still there. I'm still going to enjoy the things that I love. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who is genuine and just wants to join us because they want to make a difference. They want to make a difference in their life and in someone else's life. So now we shared pretty much everything. I don't think we forgot anything about coaching, from what we do every single day, from the free gifts and trips that you receive, the community and how it's changed our lives, training that you get, the income. And now really it's your decision how you want to join us. And I'm going to share this because I have a little diagram. Hopefully this works. Let's see. So pick your path. Your business means your rules, and it's totally true. When you join our team, we're not going to say, these are your goals, you need to reach them. Your goals are your goals. Wherever you want to take your business, that is up to you. We will be here to support you, to help you, to guide you and kind of give you tips to where you want to take your business, but ultimately it's up to you. So you can join as a discount coach, which I initially joined for the discount, where you get, Shakeology every month, and you're not really concerned about building a business, but you're still saving. You're saving about $30 a month with Shakeology. And then you get the 25% off anything on the website. You could be a hobby coach. So maybe you just want to make a little money on the side to go on date night every week, or to, start putting in a savings account. Or you can be a business builder where you're completely all in. You are building this business for freedom for your family, and you're also paying it forward and helping your coaches do the same thing. So wherever you want to start, you can start as a discount coach and then realize, I'm all in, I want to do this. That's what I did. And then go from there. I mean, Jessica started you started out as a customer, right? Like a challenger, and then she became a coach. So it is totally up to you how you want to get started, how you want to start your healthy journey. And then once you do start, we help you pick a workout to start with. We help you, there's 9 different flavors of Shakeology that you can choose from. And then we plug you into a new Coach Basics training. And we're going to be there every step of the way to help you and to guide you and to support you. So we will be reaching out to those, Jessica will be reaching out to those who she invited. I will reach out to my peeps. And then if you guys have any questions at all, we're here. We're really an open book. Like, we're not afraid of any questions. There are no dumb questions. We were new coaches a couple years ago, and we probably had the same exact questions that you have right now. So let us know. But we're just super excited to help you start this journey, help you start creating the type of freedom that we've been able to find through changing our, transformation, transforming our bodies and our minds, and also transforming, our wallets a little bit. So if you guys have any questions, let us know, and we will be contacting you shortly.
The only other thing I wanted to mention is, because this gets asked, is if you sign up as a coach, we do not have any inventory. We don't, like, certain companies I know make you buy a certain amount of the product and then you have to unload that product. It's not like that. Beachbody has the warehouse. They store it there. It ships directly from them to the customer. So you're not having to hit a minimum sales. You can just join for the discount also. But some companies require you to either hit a minimum sales or you have to pay, money. It's not like that at all. We have minimum goals that are more about benchmarks, so your business is growing, but they aren't like Natalie said, it's not like, oh, you didn't hit that, so you're kicked out. It's not like that at all. Or you have to pay up, some money because you didn't reach this goal. It's not like that at all. It's totally up to you to decide how your business is going to function. But you don't have to have parties. You don't have to, you can, but you don't have to. You don't have to buy a certain amount of product. You do not have to, worry about hitting that minimum sale. So I just want to make sure people know you truly can join simply for a discount if that's all that you wanted to do.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you. All right. We're super excited. All right. We'll be reaching out to you guys, and we cannot wait to see more lovely, bright faces who are going to dance with us and eat tacos and donuts. Bye, guys.